Well, so many news stories, so many nasty emails, so little time. It's time to connect them all before I'm out of time. This from Jim via Yahoo on my wanting to cool it on more bridge and tunnel spending. I guess the moat outside your mansion's fine, but newsflash, idiot, bridges are falling down. We need to fix them now. Or this from Sarah, North Carolina, on the same issue. So you wouldn't spend any more money on our decaying highways and bridges and let them just fall apart like your empty soul. Yes, exactly, Sarah, like my empty soul. But not before asking this question that you and others who prattle on about spending more money on infrastructure ignore. What happened to all the money we've already committed to infrastructure? The $47 billion in gas taxes last year. The hundreds of billions of dollars in transportation taxes, excise taxes, surtaxes, highway tolls, bridge tolls, turnpike tolls. Tell me where that money went, that drain, before we pour still more money down the same drain. Then on these scandals, Claire via AOL, what you call scandals, I call Fox opportunities. Face it, you're a fat, feeble fascist who has it out for the president. Exactly who are you calling a fascist? Claire, I say scandals, you say sandals. Let's split the difference and just say serious. Because we should all agree, wrong, just wrong. Legal or not, still wrong. Going after conservative groups, still wrong. Going after reporters who don't carry your water, still wrong. Twisting the arms of private companies to pay for promoting your flailing health care law, still very wrong. On to what Keith emails from San Francisco is my constant drumbeating for more spending cuts. Or to hear Cliff in Seaside Heights, New Jersey put it, hey, Cavuto, why don't you get out of your dream world where everything is nice and nothing is wrong? Try thinking about people who have been wrong. Think about people who are in pain. Think about guys like me who deal with pain, who battle illness, and been in and out of hospitals. Now, you wouldn't know that. You couldn't relate to that. Fat chance your fat ass would even have a clue. Okay, Cliff, fat chance you'd believe my response, so I won't bother. Although I don't like you very much. But I will bother with a general issue so many of you have asked about me and raised with me a lot of times this crazy week. Best summed up by Elaine, who writes this via Yahoo. What is it that makes you tick, Cavuto? Because to this unassuming watcher, you're not at all like others in your profession. No offense, not really very good looking. Actually kind of used car salesman looking. Frumpy, fat, there we go with the fat thing again. Kind of full of himself. Says who? I think anyway. But now and then intriguing, very intriguing, even wise. So I close my eyes. Rewarding, very rewarding. All right, Elaine, I guess thank you. But don't let this unassuming demeanor fool you. I spot a wrong or a social injustice or a financial inconsistency. That is when this otherwise mild-mannered, slightly, and I stress slightly overweight financial anchor takes matters into his own hands and becomes a superhero. Three words, built to scale. But I digress. And what, you may ask, gets this superhero's cape in a knot? Well, I'm going to let you in a little secret. Negative, whining, moaning people every single time. People who never have a good word to say anytime. I avoid them like the plague because I always figure if they're saying awful stuff about people, especially people I love, well, God knows what they're saying about me. Who could say a bad word about me? Anyway, anyone whose agenda is hateful rarely offers anything that is hopeful. I was blessed with a mom who I hardly ever heard say a nasty word about anyone. She's my model. I was also blessed with an Italian dad who, well, wasn't like that. But he wouldn't suffer fools gladly. He's my other model. So I try to blend both my mom and my dad. They're my model. Come to think of it, they're the show's model. Rip, but reason. Fume, but fix. So when I hear politicians not talking straight, I go straight for them. And when I pile on those politicians, I go straight to some real options. Like this whole let's spend more on infrastructure, the whole thing I was talking about earlier. My standard line is, as it's always been, what did you do with the money we already gave you? And that's my standard line with all of these politicians from both parties. What did you do with the money we already gave you? Now, some of you say that makes me callous. I say not asking these questions would make me clueless. The same on all these scandals. Let lawyers parse words. I'm a simple man. A superhero man, but a simple man. I look at the big picture, and government agencies targeting groups of any sort, and reporters of all sorts. Well, that's not a pretty picture. So I offer some alternatives, like maybe, I don't know, not doing this stuff, and not holding so many secret meetings, and holding so many damn secrets in the first place. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. In case you're new to this show, I hope you're enjoying it. But in case you are, I'm not red or blue. To review, I'm green. You're green. Your money. Who's spending it? Who's wasting it? Who's hiding it? I'm all over it. That's it. So there you go. There I am. I hate whiners, and I hate those who play victims. And if they're late besides, man, that's a trying factor. I guess some of you will assign motives to me that just aren't there. Think I'm living some charmed life that just isn't always so. I've been blessed, but it ain't all bliss. But that's okay, because you do what you have to do, ripping me. This superhero will continue watching over you. Now, I wish I could stay longer, but there's my FBN show for which I must prepare, but 3 hours from now. By the way, you don't get FBN. That's our superhero response. So farewell, fans and not-so-fans. But before I go, ask yourself this. Who's really looking out for you? Oh, well, you are looking at it, my friends, because the financial factor is here, and the financial factor is everywhere.